If you do not create your life by design, you will never achieve any of your goals. Successful people follow routines and have schedules and know exactly what they're going to be doing every day. Or at least they know the most important things that they want to get done every single day. The person who is very successful in sports, well, they got that way from intentionally setting up practice sessions throughout the days, as well as working out in the gym or learning more about the game. The person who's a famous author, they got that by intentionally setting times for them writing or improving their crafts or reading a book that can help them with writing, things like that. The person who is rich intentionally set time to work on a business that would increase their income. If you want to achieve any of your goals, you have to be way more intentional about that. You have to structure your life in a certain way that will help you achieve success. And that's what this entire video is about. First step is to know what you want. Be very clear about what you want. If you don't know what you want, how are you going to set up your day in a fashion that helps you get what you want? A lot of people will say be very specific, have a number, be, smart goals, all that stuff. And we can go down that revenue, but like, I don't want to do it right now. Right now, we just want to get you started, get some momentum. So just say what you want. Like for me, I'm gonna be frank. I want to be rich. I want to write books, and I want to be healthy. That's it. I could list a whole bunch of more wants, but the most important wants for me in this moment is getting rich, writing books, and being healthy. If I were to increase that list and put in all the other things I want, then it's like I'm not gonna have as much time to dedicate to each want. So I'm not really gonna make progress in anything. So the less the better. Have no more than 3 wants that you want to work towards this year. If you can have 2, even better. If you can have 1, then that's great. Next thing you need to do is figure out the top 3 behaviors you need to do to reach your goals. Usually people talk about what they want and the goals they want, and that's it. They don't go that step further, which is, okay, I identified the goal I want. Now what are the behaviors I need to do to get there? A lot of people just have goals and they just stare at that goal and that's it. But unless you have a way to move towards that goal, which is changing your behavior, you're never going to reach that goal. You're just going to stare at it. So we don't want to have a goal and just know what we want. We also want to know the behaviors we need to take every day to get towards that goal. Like Will Smith said, the goal is not to build a brick wall, it's to lay down the bricks every day until you eventually get to that brick wall. As for us, the goal is not to reach the goal. I know I'm saying goal a lot. The goal is to do the behaviors that will lead to you reaching that goal. Figure out the top 3 behaviors you need to do to reach your wants. If I want to get rich, then I need to create value. If I want to write books, then I need to write. And if I want to be healthy, then I just need to eat healthy and work out and get sleep. So those are the 3 behaviors I need to do. And notice how I didn't make it so complicated. I just said create value, write, eat healthy, exercise, sleep. Boom. Simple. Anybody can follow that. The next step is having a way to make sure you do those daily behaviors, which is holding yourself accountable. And the best way I've learned to hold myself accountable is to have a form of measurement that shows whether or not, at first glance, if I've done that behavior that would help me reach my goal. So what this looks like is for creating value, because I want to be rich. So I said creating value is the way to be rich. Well, I'm going to spend 3 hours creating some type of value. Now, this could be very vague, and I don't want to go into too much detail about the business aspect because it's more complicated. So I'll just say that I can see if I'm making value if I've worked for 3 hours on my business every day. The same thing applies to my writing. In my notes, I have a writing streak. So every day I check that writing streak and write if I wrote or didn't write. And the number of days I've written in a row shows if I've done that thing every single day. Because if my streak is 0, that means I've not done it. I've gone one day without writing. My streak right now is like in the 700s. I've written every single day. Sometimes I'll write 3,000 words in one day. Sometimes I'll write 25 words. But the fact is that I spent some time writing because I need to write every single day. And then I can check off if I wrote or didn't write. And for holding myself accountable to working out, I set the goal that I have to walk no matter what. I have to walk 2 miles every day and run 2 miles every day. Or run the complete 4 miles. Regardless, I cannot end this day without getting those 4 miles in. If it's raining, snowing, sleet, hail, I don't care what it is, I have got to be out there walking and running. And that is a behavior that will help me stay healthy. And of course, eating clean, it's kind of hard to track. Well, it's not hard. I have a food log. So I just track everything I eat with my food log. But I don't have to be too strict about tracking my eating because I eat the same thing every day, which is vegetables, eggs. I don't eat sugar foods. I don't eat fast food, none of that stuff. So it's kind of easy for me to just stay on track when it comes to eating healthy. And last thing, you need to make sure that you complete every single thing you write as a priority. The behaviors you just listed and the ways you're going to hold yourself accountable, you have to make sure you do it. For instance, let's say I told myself I have to write every day and I have to run 2 miles every day. And I had a really busy day. And so I couldn't get around to doing that. Now, when I get home, I'm faced with the option of, okay, I can run 2 miles and I can write, but I also have to finish this homework and I need to finish this work for my job and I need to do this and that. So I need to pick which do I focus on in the remainder of my time, before I go to sleep. Well, in that situation, I'm always going to choose my priority, and that is writing and working out. So I'm going to say goodbye to those other things, let them go, and just focus on the priority. And if I have any time left over, then I'll focus on those other things. Because in this distracted world, it is so easy to put other people's things that they want you to do above what you want. And it's also easy to just get distracted on things that aren't important, when really you need to be focusing on these high leverage items that will actually help you make progress towards achieving your goals. Now, to summarize this all up, 1, you need to know exactly what you want and just think about the things you want. Like me, I want to be rich, I want to write books, I want to be healthy. Simple. Number 2, you need to know the behaviors you'll take every single day to make the most progress on your goals. And make sure that these behaviors are no more than 3. So for me, to be rich, create value. To write books, write. To be healthy, eat healthy, exercise, get sleep. Boom. Next, you need to hold yourself accountable by finding a way you can track to see whether or not you've worked or done that behavior. So to create value, I need to make sure I work for 3 hours on my business, on creating value of some sort. To make sure I'm writing, I need to write at least one thing every single day, and I track to see whether or not I did that. And to be healthy, I have to get at least 4 miles outside, walking and running, and eat healthy. And it's that simple. Designing your life does not have to be so complicated. It is so simple. And once you revert back to the simpler ways and not having to have these complex schedules and make these detailed plans and do all this extra stuff, just go back to the simple steps, easy steps, and you will be living a life that is way more intentional and will get you so close to your goals. You will be surprised. Know what you want, but don't stare at what you want. Focus on the behaviors, track the behaviors, make sure you do the behaviors, and make the behavior a priority above everything else. And if you have any free time, then focus on the other stuff. If you can do that and structure your life in that way, you will make progress. So much progress. Hopefully this helped. If you want me to go into more detail about this, just let me know in the comments because I could talk about this a lot. But without further ado, take action, stay consistent, make your goals happen. I'll see you later.